you tuning in because of that 0-3 prediction? You know, I don't want to throw you under the bus, Chad, but what was your pick'em 0-3?
I put 9Z.
Ah, okay,
yeah.
well, tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, next game.
Next game against Liquid,
on this
yeah.
stream, we will see Liquid 9Z, if that one is going to be met. I had IHC.
Okay.
Which is a kind of is sad to say, considering that they've already looked like this story could come to a close day 2 of the major. It's bleak for both of them. A quick roster rundown if you're unfamiliar. Renegades on this CT start. Inns, Hats, Sicko, Alistair, and of course Liaz, the newest addition. We've got Score, Blitz, 9, Cabal, and Techno 4K. We get to see them bringing it out into Inferno. This is their home turf. Expect to see IHC. Oh, actually expect to see Liaz with a little bit of aggression, a spot of it. He's got partners in crime for this, 2 of them maneuvering down. Sicko in tow, nice jiggle, nice goosh. Techno already has put a bullet into the head of Liaz, and there's another duel going on elsewhere. Look at the fight, they're taking him, and happy to click heads. Techno, he takes 2. Alistair will put 1 in the feed for the Renegades. A team kill already gone down for Renegades.
That's a nice shot.
More like it from Alistair. Okay, Inns. Lot on his plate here. 3 approaching, encroaching, a well-placed incendiary, tags them up, some body shots, but the flames just bring him down to 1. He lives on. Need to see that plant now. Blitz does put it down. Gap on the smoke. It's an opportunity and a good one, but goes awry. Some damage inflicted. You need to see some lethality. Inns has got 4 HP. What's he supposed to do?
Might have to put his body on the line here for Alistair.
Yeah, just draw some crosshairs. Push together. Blitz does meet the headshot. Time sensitive, he isn't going to do the damage necessary. Got to clear Emo, worried about the back, and that's the end of that. IHC, they started strong and finish as well.
It looked like that wallbang there might have came on in, but crouched just to avoid the damage on through that second orange box right there. But started well for Renegades, and then when it got chaotic, it all fell apart. Alistair was the only one to do anything lethal, and Hat starts off in a -1 column here with that TK next to his name. So not the start the Renegades were looking for here, but cleaned up by IHC. Now, I actually had the pleasure or displeasure, I suppose, it depends on how you want to frame it, of watching IHC dumpster Renegades over there at the RMR. Then Renegades had to take on Tyloo in what was an absolute barn burner of a game. I think that one was brought to you by actually Harry and Blair. Blair jumped on the cast for a bit of a game over there. Yeah, so that was a bit of a chaotic matchup. But here, nicely illustrated, a couple of HE grenades left on the ground, ready and raring to go to deploy towards middle if they want to make their way back up. And here's the thing, Renegades, you must have studied the demo. You must now come in with an approach of how you want to deal with IHC.
I started a theory, Chad. I haven't said it out loud yet, but I think some teams are using sprays so they can remember where they left grenades.
Okay, that's an interesting thought.
It contrasts, and you can either just pinpoint quickly where you left it. It's on the spray for your teammates, you know?
All right, that's an interesting theory.
Thank you. Let's see if it actually continues to be looking like it's being demonstrated. For now, though, this is the IHC looking for that 2-0 conversion. They are up against the armoured pistols. Alistair, the exception in pursuit of AWPing later. Good flashes. They are jumping into the Deagle. Liaz does line up 2. A third tagged up. Sicko as well contributes a heady. And IHC shaken. Liaz does not stir. Still 100 HP after those 2 swift deags from sight. 9 lingers in the smoke, and it was threatening, but as the flash fades, the headshots came through. 25 now for these 2. And what is Blitz supposed to do with his HP? He knows one's beneath him. He does strike onto Sicko,
didn't get the bomb, though.
And didn't bring the bomb with him. Oh, that is cruel. He's got to get on the sandbags and back into the site and clear it in 5 seconds, and that's the end of that. Liaz with 3, maybe even a 4th as he does scavenge away the Mac-10. Give him the 600 bucks. He's earned it. It's Inns to take it away. But a Galil to be recovered, another as well. Let's make sure we cross our T's, and we do. Wow, Renegades, a superb second round.
Yeah, great response right there. And here's the deal, right? Liaz coming to this team. Okay, yeah, watching those back on the replay. Look, it wasn't just 1 D's, but it was still tidy as far as the headshots go. Great impact from Liaz. If I'm going to be completely honest, Liaz in this team has bucket loads of experience compared to everybody else. He had to do the supportive roles when he played in the Renegades and 100 Thieves of the past, right? Even when he was on Extreme. But this is the thing. Liaz was meant to be the second coming of Christ, and in Christ in Australia's Counter-Strike is JKS. Now, he was meant to be that individual, but when you're in the team with JKS, JKS is going to get all his roles. I want Liaz to be confident. I want Liaz to know that he can absolutely destroy Let's see if he can find some form and maybe find some frisky nature, because the team, they do need him. Down in the dumps, both 0-2 right now. And
am I misplaced in thinking that I thought Hats also had a little bit of a hype around him when he was on the come-up, just hasn't quite manifested it here on the European stage?
One of the things with Hats is when I watch him at home, he tends to have good performances, but it's when they're overseas, none of them tend to have great performances, right? So it's hard to say, you know, whether or not it's because it hasn't come into fruition. Yeah, exactly, right? I think there has been a little bit more groundswell around the likes of Alistair because he has a couple of nice, like, flashy AWP rounds, and Inns can be very solid as well, but they've chopped and changed in-game leadership. Inns was doing it for a while, now Sicko's doing it. So that's a bit of a curious change of having the only New Zealander in the team doing the in-game leading, but there's Score.
Okay.
And that is the B-bomb site open for business. The rotation from Inns back around the world here. There's going to be a Galil available. He was up on the half wall, so that's a banger of a shot from Score. They're just going to waltz on in here. He's out of position for this. They can just plant.
I like it. He's just going to bring the fight straight to their face, and there's no one looking into the flash. Safe as houses into the B site. Liaz does flip the script with a lost strong spray. A frag and a half. Techno down. Blitz half. Bomb planted. Clock extended. An extra 30 seconds added to the clock, and let's see where you're going from here. 3 rifles.
No one's inside. They're just in pool.
This could go wrong with a flash and a push. Blitz blind is not going to perhaps expect a second, and Score again open this round and intends to close it. 3 from Score, ducks under the bullets of Liaz, and he will take all 4 of them. Great round from him, and it looks like we're going to be seeing some Force Buy wars. IHC fight back.
And it's worse for Renegades now, because at least with the first Force Buy they had 1900. Now they go back down to 1400. So as far as that goes, their Force Buy is probably going to be looking a little bit more miserable, and they might even consider taking a full eco here instead of the investment. So we'll have to wait and see what the investment does look like. Sicko's starting to buy on in. They've actually juggled across an M4 here. Hats up on the half wall there, just getting pipped at the post, and then Inns rotating in and taking that type of a fight. It's very, very volatile. You're giving up sight in that regard right there, and Score with some absolute bangers, getting it done for the Mongolian side of things. M4 in the hands of Inns has already been peppered on down, and that's a push. Alistair getting stuck in.
Oh, lovely play. Yeah, well managed. Just little 2-bullet burst through the board to finish, and gets info with a nice movement. Inns can call top banana clear, but very vulnerable. Okay, the utility support does make it less scary. That's the only rifle you got.
Oh, they're getting up and over on the logs here, so it needs to be very careful, does Inns. The thing is, do you want to keep the rifle versatile, or do you want to just park it?
Boosting on the corner, actually.
Yeah, it looks like they are here. So trying to catch them if they go for a jiggle, and also might be able to stand and deliver, depending on the type of smoke that gets thrown towards CT.
It's not a pre-aim. I mean, we've discussed IHC definitely have the mechanical ability to hit the flick. Let's see if this one shapes up. You know, they may not even commit. They're just holding that control for now. 5 versus 4. That man advantage has been seized. Courtesy of Alistair's opener. Barrel could. Oh, Techno's well managed, well drilled on his flight path. He's not giving anything away.
30 seconds should be a B finish here. Coming back on down is 29, joining the pack. Inns has got 1.
Oh, and he gets up onto the boost after. This is a nice little fallback strategy. Deagle will not go down. Neither will Inns. He takes down Techno. The M4 retrievable Liaz can put bullets through, and they're pushing through themselves. Caught out completely. He passes them. 9-2. Can't get to the third. It's Sicko that keeps us competitive, and Blitz with a bomb plant. He can't have gone far. Sicko versus Blitz. Good for it. A dink and only 1 bullet in the mag. Forced to reload. Flames will force him off, and he's going to be flustered. Calls the bluff. Just has to call the bluff with the low HP.
This is huge. What a play right now this is from Blitz. He's not wincing at all.
Oh, this is the hold. This is the hold. Can't call it twice. Blitz, you brave boy.
Oh, he's off it.
Alistair got off. Why? How? Oh my God, a clutch from Blitz and an oopsie from Alistair. That is going to leave a mark. Oh no. They did so much, Chad. The maneuvers, the setup, the 30-second commit into the stack, the juggle of the M4, all for naught.
Wow. That push from 9 through the smoke. What was that about?
And I swear
what a round-winning maneuver.
The second he emerges from that smoke is the second Liaz is jumping away.
Yeah, you're not expecting that, especially in what was it? Was a 2-on-4 at that juncture. You're not expecting that type of a maneuver.
9.
What a play from 9. Whew. All right, well, now definitely humbled. So Scoreline reading 3-1 in favor of IHC, and Renegades are going to call their very early tactical timeout here. Well, they have to stomach an eco. You can't risk buying again, right? The thought process here, if it was the T side and there was one player remaining on the side, you think, okay, yeah, let's force again. Let's get it to Mac 10s. Let's get stuck in. But when you're on the CT side, you have to concede. You have to allow this loss bonus to come on through. Get out your big guns. Get out your utility. Allow the game plan to start to flourish. This is a great start from IHC here. Has been quite biffy, hasn't it?
Oh,
you know,
like
the moments, it's easy to identify, right? When this player steps up with the multi, you got the Liaz Deagle around, you got 9 there with that double blitz with the interesting way to clutch. Just sit and wait.
Just don't peek. That's all you have to do.
Scoots has a bat for that, I do believe.
I believe so, yeah. In fact, and company as well. Well, Renegades, yeah, they're just going to have to kind of sit on that for a round. And we get to watch as I would assume Score and 9 get to go for a little bit more of a loosey-goosey maneuver. Ouch. Oh, ouch. Hang on. They've taken Banana, cleared it out, and you'd expect a big burst of space to be taken on A when 3 show up in Banana, but not happening. Instead, I see they're just happy to pause, regroup, and obviously have to stomach the loss and the half health of 9.
Interesting, the fact that 9 didn't swing on out to go for trades there. He actually just allowed Techno 4K's death to go unresponded to, and because of that, the information for Renegades is terrible. It's rotten. They've completely rotated on over. Inns is trying to hightail back in time, but he's the only man here.
Yeah, and what's he supposed to do? He just takes a cursory glance and gets
Finish
the
him.
prize, finish the job, gets away as well. Blitz down, gap in the smoke.
Oh,
now
look at
9
this.
is vulnerable. Good God, they might win the eco, Chad. That would put them right back on the horse. 9 playing with fire quite literally as the Molotov doesn't quite hit the mark, and now they will push. Using numbers, 9 gets 2 with the low HP. Sicko denies.
Oh!
It's all on the score and he can't track
Whoa.
them. They win it 3 in quick succession on the 5-7.
Okay, this game, apparently it's got some twists and turns to it. That was just a USB from Int. He almost got 3 kills.
Okay. Hats has been on -1 since the first round.
he's witnessing all of this right now. I think he's enjoying himself
gets to
here.
watch.
That's not a round they should be winning. That's the 2 rounds Renegades have won have been, well, one was a force buy and the other was with bloody USBs and a 5-7.
I mean, we'll watch how this one transpires. Look at the 2 of them. That's what the 5-7 can do, unlike any other pistol.
Yeah, just keeps snapping
Keep
away,
going.
doesn't it? 20 bullets. It's fierce. Well, this is going to continue here because buying back in is IHC. I think we've had more action in these first 5 rounds than we did in some of the other games completely.
True.
So,
and this is a best of 3. We got this all the way, hopefully. Alistair does get his AWP out for the first time. And that is a brazen way to throw the Molotov.
Audacious.
Look at Thor. He takes, what, 80 damage and then some. 7 HP, the bullet's close as well. And it should be the end of him.
how is he still alive?
6 HP, another Molotov lands on him. He is the just about immortal. Still stubborn enough to tuck into logs.
They might think it's clear.
Yeah, I would too. And he might get a frag.
Oh my.
Let's get 2. Hats, not again.
Oh!
On his head on the retreat. Score doubles up with 6 HP. He took damage from so many different sources, and now Alistair does have to be very flamboyant not to be today. And so after the eco loss, we might have a complete reversal again.
So all the hard work done, right? The fact that they win with just those pistols set themselves up into a scenario where they get out all the goodies. They even have AK-47s. They dump all that utility and Score, the absolute menace, survives on 6 HP and then gets both the kills.
I can't believe it.
How?
I have no idea. I mean, we watched it and I still don't know.
Ah, he just dodged everything.
But like, he kept moving. Like, I mean, obviously that's part of the survival aspect. But like, he's going.
The fact that he pipped the
off
gap
flashes
every time.
The molly arrives, he gets away. A single point of damage done by that initial molly tick. Oh.
Yeah, keep going B. Why not? How much success have they had there? Nice shot from Liaz, but position now noted. Crossfire with Sicko about to be rumbled here. They're pushing on in. Bomb goes off. More kills to be found.
They might have both. Whoa,
or none.
Denied. And now again, this fun, like the funds are going to be the opposite of fun.
Yeah, Liaz is the only one in a position, well, with Hats, I suppose, that's going to be lacking a bit of util here. Hats just wants a kill right now, and that's just to get him back on the naught. So I think really in this situation, drop something for Alistair. Maybe Liaz give him a deagle, or if they want to have it so Liaz can drop an AWP in the future round, then don't invest anything whatsoever. But it is going to be light again, and they know that they have been threatening with just these pistols. A couple of HEs in the mix, a 5.7 and a deagle. And
yeah, Sicko, mate. Could you just do that again?
I think the thing is, with the barrage utility that they just threw, the fact they didn't... Okay, Sicko has a chance here. Kabal in a bit of an off angle as he clears around the corner. The barrel of the M4 might betray, and even the back may have been spotted there. Sicko definitely hasn't seen him just yet. Timing on this, swings and roundabouts. Never mind. Yeah, accounted for by Blitz. So first scalp found. Low HP of Hats and Alistair to operate alongside of Inns and Liaz. And if you had to, I just want to bait a teammate and get a kill. Like, boys, can you hook me up? Can you help me out?
Anything?
Hello. You can see him.
You can.
You can. Yep.
Yep.
Nice. I think it's the official term. Nice.
It's definitely no in that one.
Well, it's going to be the 5th round for IHC, and it's already a pretty tidy T-half. The fact that they still have so many rounds to get a crew and what we could be talking about 7, maybe 8 here on this T-hall. Looking great early. Obviously, we do have a bit of a different looking second map. Renegades haven't picked him into Mirage. They've gone with Dust 2 this time around. Hats has just dropped off. Has been noted, has been taken out. And he's having a very rough go of things, this poor Hats right now. Now, the issue is, again, and I want to state this, if Renegades cannot get banana control, even with the full barrage of utility that they had thrown, all the utility they had used to clear out those different corridors and corners and all the bits and bobs, if they cannot get control of banana, they're going to have to operate in a different CT setup. And if that different CT setup might have to be more heavy mid, that means they have to be a little bit more passive on the B side and retain the utility for a little bit longer. We have seen teams in the past operate to start 4 players B to get full control, but if IHC, if they get wind of that, just skyrocket up mid, make their way in towards the A site, and clamp on down over towards the anchors who are dealing with that side of the map. This is it. This is where the conversation has to change. Renegades cannot just keep getting by the skin of their teeth on these force fires, the pistol rounds. It has to be convincing on a rifle round.
Yeah, give me one of those deep mid smokes. Let's see you set that tempo again. We saw you throw bodies down mid on that pistol, but Renegades, if banana isn't working as you've discussed, and it is such a fundamental component of a successful CT side, maybe you can just get that opening elsewhere, and then the numbers are in your favor.
Well, this is the thing with IHC that we noted during the RMR, was that they just did things by the book. It was just default, slow. There was no rush, right? Yeah. They were just being fundamentally sound. And check out this guy from Renegades. It's not even tidy right now. Score with a bit of pep in the step. That's going to go for a bit of a Zywoo peek there. Up banana and up and over the logs. Is going to consider the double dip. And if there's no overextension.
Scary. Tucks in and safe and sound. Smoke will stop any hunting.
You do have the banana control, but think how sketched out you need to be right now. Hats is very worried about a player still taking up tidy towards this cubby position. The logs as well. A deep smoke now deployed. But remember, light util here for the Renegades. 2 smokes remaining, a flash and a HE, and they still have a minute and 10 seconds left on the clock. The onslaught from IHC is yet to come. Hasn't even started.
I'd be interested to see, you know, I mean, we talk about their fundamentals, their default sound, but how do their executes look? You know, a full AXEC. You got 4 people setting up for it. Already postured in that position. You can see the smokes now towards library side. And okay, here they come. Barrage of util, not anticipating Liaz on the boost 2 to the good. And Alistair will put the cherry on top. Cabal gone. And back up banana, not clearing their corners. Renegades set for a 3rd. That should be a frag. Any day of the week, Hats burning, naded, fragged, nice from Score, using every tool in his arsenal. And if Alistair overextends, he should have a line onto those T-stairs. Score's even considered that. Fakes the shot, fakes
25.
It out. Keeps those players on A guessing.
If he goes towards A, there's a massive gap. It's just Alistair here trying to watch it from Boiler. If Alistair misses the shot or looks away, he could be in. Score saw him.
He's got the bomb on his back, Chad. If he can just pull this frag out of the hat or charge into the site and plant safe, Alistair's going to have to deny. Oh, I think he gets it down. Alistair might have to wait for his teammates. Score is making a round out of this, you know. 1v4. Comes 1v2. Score, plenty of time. Coming in from 2 different avenues. And he has caught the jiggle. Oh! Score's doing it now at the major. Up against the Renegades, not anticipating short. Will just tuck in time, just aware, but Inns will save the Renegades. A valiant attempt. You can't fault him. He did so much with so little.
You can see the smoke on the face there. What a great round. So much damage done. So much damage done in that round. The plant is fantastic. The defuse just coming in as well. I don't think there was a defuse kit in play right there. I think we had a ghost kit on site that was kind of a little bit misleading during all of that here. But Alistair thought he had the jump on score. He had the jump on nothing. Score knew absolutely everything. Books him here. Was expecting that little bit of a quicker play because Alistair, in his head, thinks, I have a gap right now. I can win the round right here, right now. On the other side of things, you go from a 4-on-1 situation that goes down to a 1-on-1. Fantastic work from Score here. 12 kills to the name. The impact, you can see it. It's rifles out. It's very light on with the nades again here. They're going to have to make it work. They can't establish and they're going aggressive.
Oh, that's so hyper-aggressive. You needed it from Alistair back, and Inz's actually won the immediate fight on the bomb carrier, no less.
Ooh. Smoked it off, so it can be scooped on up here. But now having to operate in a 3-on-4 situation, that's how Renegades are going to deal with lack of utility. They'll meet that with an aggressive maneuver of their own. This one, they have to close on down. They have to shut this one out. Cannot risk allowing it. Well, at least Score's dead.
A real map as well. Get a real map out of this here. Gap will be just a single round deficit for the Renegades. In's being very cautious with his banana control. He knows he has a man advantage. He does still want to maintain some info. It's a bad molly. I think you can actually still get some info on the walk up here.
He needs to be so careful. He's on his own, Alex.
So blind. So blind. Techno doesn't spray. Doesn't spot him. Does. Oh! Win the duel. Techno quick on the trigger. And now we've got a 3v3.
Here we go again.
Yeah, here it comes. The pandemonium of the last 40 seconds with these two teams. Hats is lined up. And upon the fade, the sound is filling his eardrums. He knows the whole squad is here. The rotate's coming through from CT. A re-smoke deep.
Safe plant.
Trying, but 9 over the top, from the top rope with a pointy elbow. Takes Hats again out of the equation for his 8th death. Still on the goose egg. Happy to have at least gotten out of the negatives. Looking bleak now. Alistair Lee has got 150 bucks between them. And again, oh, the delay. Techno just spraying through one-on-one, and Liaz will go down. Cabal responsible for the close. Finishes what his team did start, and a 6th for IHC, but Renegades, that's a 4v3 they let slip.
Yeah, I'm watching this with a grimace on my face. Like, just all, like, yeah, there's so many little misplays just all across the board here. How does Techno hit that one as well? It felt like he was something to glance and fade on back. In should have had him dead to rights right there, but a great shot from Techno to deny. And if you're not converting these number advantage situations that you're working awfully hard for, you just have absolutely no shot.
You've got to get excited for IHC. I mean, I think it's the style of Counter-Strike that makes it so exciting, because it is, I mean, for lack of a better term, it conforms to the European ideals.
Exactly, right. And this is the thing, I think Harry and Hugo talk about it. These guys, when they play from Mongolia, they play like on face it in Europe to try and get some practice,
150 ping or whatever it is.
But you spoke about executes. Hold up a second. Let's wait and see how this little double jaunt over towards the apps is dealt with here. Blitz is up. Cabal is now proceeding up the stairs.
Teamwork, and there's the dream working well for the first. Siko out of the equation. A Mag 7 is the perfect weapon for that close wall duel.
Well, they've actually gone heavily in here. Scout, Mag 7, pistol upgrades as well. Another body hits the floor. And this is just running away from Renegades now. 7 is all but confirmed right here as the A bomb site has been overrun. Up, over, and Hats is dead. Score continues to add more to the scoreboard.
It's his board now.
This is the thing, right? Never mind, that one's just going to whistle on by. Can this get out of control?
Yeah, it can. If another one of those does connect, they know where they both are now, and Score's even looking to come here behind. He knows what's library. Safe assumption, Arch as well. Techno posted.
Hello.
Nice play from the Mongolian squad here. Just really punishing. This was a heavy investment. You made that clear. Ooh, okay. Just the one on the Liaz D. We've seen a lot of those in the feed.
Is that all we've really been seeing too much in the feed? Liaz up to 10 kills.
He's got 96 ADR.
Yeah.
Like, he is doing damage.
He's just on the wrong side of the map. They just keep going B. Yeah. I know they finished A right there, but the multiple kills coming in towards B, what feels like every single round. When in doubt, go B. I didn't realize Hampus was calling for IHC here and the map was ancient, but all in all, this just continues to go swimmingly here. And you discussed straight about the executes before. This is one of the things when you come from a smaller region, and this is what we used to talk about when we had the Korean teams and the Chinese teams. Is always a mode. Could have been a nice little round there. Could have been a little bit of an ace. Liaz will continue to get the pistol action going. One of the things you can continue to work on is obviously your executes, your set pieces, how you use utility, how you have spacing, because you have a lot more time to do theory, because you don't have a lot of opponents to be practicing against of a high caliber, right? So that means that you can, or more likely will, spend time actually in the server finding out those details, because it's the best way for you to refine your play. It is just difficult in Counter-Strike in the current landscape where the game is... The styles aren't as refined as it once was, because you need to be good at everything now. Like, you need to have really good set executes. You need to have good close. You need to have moves when the util's low. You need to be able to react quickly. You need to have aggressive CT maneuvers. You need to, like, there's so much stuff, right?
I mean, being good at everything, and it's universal in Counter-Strike. We're not just talking about the individuals. You know, we're talking about the team. We're talking about the AWPers have to be able to rifle. Rifles have to be able to warp.
Yeah.
It goes throughout the entire fabric of Counter-Strike. And yeah, you know, we used to have dedicated AWPers. Remember, we'd be like, oh,
like the JDM
is on a rifle, so we're not going to expect too much.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, not a thing.
Like we had like that with a couple of them, so it's definitely come a long way.
Okay, look like a very early jaunt from Blitz does cancel it, and Inns is willing, stubborn, and through the flames, charging, wants to take Blitz out of this, and will. That is one hell of a hero maneuver out of Inns. And we will see the time continues to tick down, and advantage seized. Over on the half wall resides Alistair. Score. Oh, this is hard.
Who is this?
This is...
Because I'm guessing right now.
That was
9. You sure this is Cabal? It could be.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you're looking at the radar.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
But the radar's frozen, so you have to kind of guess that they haven't moved too far.
Oh, okay. It's a fun guessing game.
It's a real challenge. It's getting my brain juices flowing.
Right now, this is the clean feed.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, this one here is real cinematic. This is the type we have when we make the movies.
Yeah, we're making the frag movie, right, live.
I think there's one alive.
It's just Cabal.
With the X-ray.
Or maybe it's 2, actually.
Wait, this is Alistair, I think.
Okay, Alistair's pushed.
Yeah,
CT,
yeah, okay.
So.
Here he goes. Alistair.
Quickie. Frag movie starts now. There we go.
All
okay.
right.
I'm sure we'll get this resolved, folks. I don't think anyone's sitting there thinking this is perfect.
But if we don't...
Well, we get to play the game all game.
You guys can have fun with us. Now, if you're seeing every...
Hey.
there you go. There it is. Okay.
And that's the relief we're getting. Never mind the relief you get in Counter-Strike when you have that that win from the Bad News Eagles. You get that win from earlier on today. The outside is definitely looking a little relieved after picking that one up against Colt.
Okay, well, I'm glad we've sorted that out, because that threw me for a bit of a loop there. I won't lie.
No,
I didn't know where to go and what to do.
Trying to keep track of the names. We're both just kind of staring at each other, like saying names with a question mark at the end.
The T's now.
The T's, yes, we can speak in sweeping statements. I think that was all we had the options for.
That was all our desk segments, right?
Yeah. Well, Alex, the map control and the economy.
Well, you know, there's opening kills now. Now, if you remember that 4K.
Oh, and the momentum. I mean, we have to talk about the momentum of that first half. You guys thought that was a legit segment.
Yeah. See, we fooled you for years.
I do like sitting in this chair and talking about the games, though. That's fun, too.
Yeah, it's a little bit more interactive.
Oh, it is, yeah. And also, you know, the game is happening, like, every round is completely different. I mean, not necessarily. Okay, that was a bit of a gross exaggeration. But every round there can be something different.
Yeah, and we have a lot of, and we go in with a bit more hope into the rounds, that there'll be like an epic moment.
Yeah, and I mean, the fact that this game is, you know, a decade old, and you still have the ability for an individual to do something that's never been done before.
Yeah.
That is why we keep playing. That's why you boot it up every day.
That's the thing with Counter-Strike, right? Everybody has the same tools. And it's equal opportunity for everybody here, right? It's just how you want to apply yourself in the server and what you can get done. Here we go. Banana aggression again. They're up.
Yeah, Techno's going to boost. They love this half-wall boost, and it works again. It's because Score is just a pointy object, catches the nade, and a nice spray. Hats a heavy contribution, his first into the round. and it's a double for the advantage. Could go wrong here.
Ooh.
Doesn't. Sicko, another double. Multi-kills for both of the Renegades here. And 9 left with a whole lot of time and an entire squad against him. 4-on-1. Now Score managed to bring it from a 1v4 to a 1-on-1. If they could do something similar to keep those coffers humbled, that would certainly go a long way. But 8 already, they've won out this T-half.
I want all the viewers as well to ignore the ADR because with the HUD restarting, it will have reset the ADR. So don't worry about it. There's no way that Score with 17 kills only has 8 ADR, all right, guys? So don't worry too much about that little stat line right here, right now.
Crunching the numbers, it just doesn't add up.
Imagine 8 ADR and 17 kills.
Well, I think the 0 for 11 would be more impressive. Like, he's got kills without doing any damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would, yeah, actually.
How would you do that?
Okay, well, 9, I think he is looking for damage, exactly so, because if you can get a couple of kills right here, if you can sneak on up and rip some rifles away.
Yeah, you don't need to be walking through any smoke. Oh.
On the fade.
Okay, Renegades needed that. That is a huge boon to their economy and confidence. 3 AKs scooped up as well.
Can still recover the half, right? 8-7, sure, it's not great, but it's as close as you can get it here. And this map, Inferno, is pretty damn down the middle here. I think that the T side, Prof was pointing out to me once upon a time that you were actually getting more T-sided rounds on Inferno for a while there. I think since the Silent Stem 4s really come back into power, that's probably not so much the case these days. But all in all, I think that pace change was just shut down. You saw that 2 aggressive maneuvers, one up mid, one up banana, and both were shut down. So Renegades, they're just absolutely locking them out, and that has been the most convincing looking round that they've had throughout this game so far. So starting to build a little bit of confidence here. I like that little note from Liaz there as well. So you saw as the smoke starting to fade, instead of playing on the other side of the smoke where a T could come through in the fade and get the kill, you move away, wait till the smoke has faded, and then you either take a new angle or because you don't want to play against the fade. No. Right? You want to make sure that you're in a position where you're not susceptible to exactly that. So a nice little adjustment there.
Just not giving them what they're waiting for and looking for. We're back in round 14.
They've bought here again, right? So for IHC, this is them trying to put all the eggs into one basket here. Going to be light on again to the next round if they don't get a plant or don't win the round. Deep mid smoke, followed up by deep nade from Liaz. Will not find any damage whatsoever there. Sicko on the jiggle towards end of Absent. It looks like they want to set up for a holes pop here. 3 players already starting to comb through this side of the map. 1 through mid and 1 late up alt mid. Does feel very much like a holes pop. So this Liaz Sicko crossfire could be potent to deal with this. Alistair, though, likely to be smoked out of the piece.
And they will smoke that Abs. It's a little bit favorable for the T's, actually, just with the amount of coverage. They can leap through it. Lucky smoked, leaping through and dealt with. Techno's down with that Tech 9. More to come, this time for Val moonwalking out, and it is a whitewash. Nothing to report for IHC. They fully invested. And there's no prize for guessing where 9 is hiding.
Well, we have to sit and watch him again, don't we? Poor guy last round had an AWP. This time it's only a Tech 9, 4-9. Nothing, a clean one.
Yeah, you have got Tech No and 9 and equipping Tech 9s. So you've got a lot of fun to be had here.
All right. Do you think the 4K was inspired like by Stewie 2K?
No. Actually, he was a big fan of Speedak, except he was pronouncing it Speed 4K.
Okay, throwback to Speedak.
Yeah.
Yep. 3 meters.
The 3 meters.
The 3 meters. Well, Crad and Old Mate Forrester are still kicking.
They are?
Yeah, they're over there.
We had a bit of Sviat at the qualifier.
ASG.
There you go.
Yeah, they didn't do so well. There's a couple of new younger names there, of course, from that region, just popping on off that we got to cover off over at the RMRs. But here we go again, another lighter investment. And looking to do something similar here again. Alistair in Boiler with the AWP.
Yeah, his favourite. That is a nasty one to concede. Just did not anticipate that much movement that quick. Huge advantage now with that AWP happily retrieved. They can just completely reset and start a new round with a better weapon.
Yeah, so actually right now I would probably change whatever strategy that I was going to opt for there. The fact that your Orpa has decided to play alone in Boiler against what was likely going to be a very light on buy is very magnanimous of Alistair.
It really isn't. However, a bit of a problem solved here. Although they're through, and they've got more weapons. It gets better. A 3-on-3, and pretty much an even fair duel here.
Back to B.
Their favourite. Hats has got so much util, though. Surely you just want to drop it.
I would. Sticky nades, sticky nades.
Well, but he just smokes the back of the site instead, hopes that that will lull them in to not clear first orange, and it does. Perfect. Now 9 should have him dead to rights with that offer and up and above. Nearly. Scores got him, though. And a 2-on-2. It's Liaz, Zico a little wounded on their way through both double bananas, so that might work in their favor. 9 is looking the wrong way. An easy first frag. Leaves it all on to score. Double banana has really kept him guessing. He hasn't had any confirmation of this. Takes the first. Oh, great trade. Liaz is already pre-fired as he comes around the corner. And you can see what it means to the Renegades. Shake it off. Shake it off. And, you know, as we discussed, it's not a great half, but it is a half at the end of that one.
Yeah, look, the fact that they recover that, 8-7, still in favor of IHC, this is actually okay. It's okay, considering how the game started, right? There was a couple of rounds that kind of went against the Renegades that they should have been converting there, but then they also picked up 2 that maybe they shouldn't have been winning as well, right? So when you get it all out in the wash and it's an 8-7, not feeling too bad with that. And this is another round right here that could have gotten out of control. But as this half continued to go forward, Renegades started to build in with some cleaner scenarios. It wasn't all just having to be clutches. This last one here where Liaz is starting to show his form. And I think this is great. If Liaz can really just understand that he has to be the star for this team, I think. I truly think, like, if he can get some confidence behind him. I told to JKS about Liaz. Yeah, he doesn't, not that he doesn't back himself, he just doesn't have that same level of bravado. Whereas you don't need to be overstated about it, but you can still know that in the game right now, Liaz should be the best player out of all 10 in the server. But here we go, aggression out of the Mongolian side, down middle, they'll trundle.
Oh, this is actually going to work out well, but Liaz completely books himself. Too much jumping. Techno on the beat. Taps 2. 9 as well with a pair. And poor Alistair has got nothing and no 1. Very open and shut case. Damn, 9's hunting and a very quick pistol. One of the quickest. You start with a double and end with a triple on 9.
How often do you see that CT aggressive maneuver? I know it was a bit more of a walk than a rush. Work cleanly with all 5 staying alive. That happens very infrequently. The idea is just to get in their face and trade out a bit more efficiently and swarm the T's before they can establish any strategies that they want to get away with here. But really, really good stuff right now out of IHC to pick up both pistols here. Now let's see if the force buy back from Renegades can follow suit with that first half of play. Warning shots straight into Boiler, and yeah, this is what they did to Renegades last time round. Some of the maneuvers that they were pulling off in Boiler, Dinko and I could not believe it. Like, okay.
No,
come on now.
Techno. He is on. Okay, the second, sure. The third, you're getting cocky, young man. Ins will put their bullet in his head eventually, but no traces. You can see that the liberties you can take with that M4A1.
Wow, they've given one over here, so a slight opportunity if they could try and grab a little bit of the space that has given them, but it isn't the case, right? It's actually Banana they've left more susceptible, and Asiko tries to get up mid to grab this gun. He's going to be greeted by what could be 3. Look at it, it's just bait on the ground. Perfect. You want it? You really want it? We'll give it to you. No, we won't. Oh, no.
Yeah, you started to believe for a second. Just a couple of jiggles, still no info, does overcook it. And IHC are up to the 10. Unless Inns can hit another 4 of what he started. 35. The temptation lies in mid.
Lolquid stickers on that one right there. They'll be playing up next. You'll have Scrawny and Launders bringing that one against 9Z. There's the dink, there's the death. Score mid-air with the MP9.
Jammed.
Yeah, sometimes you got to get the WD-40 on the trigger. It can be a bit of an issue.
Trig.
Yeah. Before every match, make sure you take them all apart. You got to make sure that... I don't know if you should use WD-40.
Do you like your gun lubed?
I do. I don't know if it's meant to be, but that's my preference.
Just wanted to make sure, yeah.
Well, should be an economical now. IHC setting their sights on what will be 11 rounds, as it is just some Glocks, a couple of P250s, and a flash. Might be a bit of a flash in the pan of the round here.
They've already won 1 eco.
Yeah.
Eco,
yeah, no, but it was a 5-set. It was
5-set.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was USPs.
Yeah. The majority.
Silent ascent right now on the little noggin, up and over with the jump, not giving away any cues in towards the boiler room. I think Liaz wants the elevator as well. Thank you very much. Very deep banana presence from Cabal right now, top mid being locked down. So understanding the buy they're against, right? Not allowing like a Halls pop or anything here. Making sure that they're in a bit more forward positions.
Yeah, and look at the luxury of having a two-man banana setup like that. You can just sit here happily in your crossfire. Techno. Crosshair. Bang on the money. And that is the speediest dispatch of the apps. Pop. No pop. Just a bit of a snap.
I think they missed the flash as well.
You had one. You really can't afford to miss the
exactly. Exactly. And that position he was playing in, the flash probably would go off just above his head as well. So it's a difficult angle.
It was cool to see where his crosshair was defaulted and just how bang on the money he was in terms of his reaction speed and where that crosshair was, or where it required. Handled very nicely. And, you know, all of the individuals have had their moment in the spotlight. Nine with some cheeky pushes, Blitz with his clutch, Score with his multiple frags, Cabal with a close, and Techno, we've seen some real impactful doubles out of him.
Oh, here we go. Aggression again, almost a double.
Oh, yeah. He nearly took down two with the one.
Whoa.
That's a lovely start for a T-side AWP on Inferno. A rarity to see so much impact in the opening 10 seconds. He's trapped. Cabal, does he want to get out of here, or is he happy just to bide his time? You can see actively contesting, asking for backup, and a full gamble. You can even see Techno kind of abandoning the short side and just floating from Arch.
Deep nade. He's going to whistle past the heads right there, but look at this stack. I love it. Just trying to call them on in, trying to bait them on into this gamble stack.
Yeah, like Cloud9 would be proud of this.
To see the little boost on up as well. So trying to get the most out of this low HP. Off 9 on the boost. Inz's gone down on the swing. Cat's trying to find the trade right here.
Oh no, they're just exposed. Overextending Hats. Exposes himself to the known player in pursuit of a utility throw.
Yeah, right now, IHC think that they're better individually, and they're showing it.
Yeah.
They've got one kill, and they're not respecting the fact that, oh, I'm going to have to worry about a player posted up. But Hats didn't even post up. He just tried to expect a reaction, right? This is the thing when you back in your region playing a certain type of counter strike, you will get that respect, but not here.
No, zero. IHC demonstrating their prowess in an elimination game, and okay, turns around. Sicko good for the first. The second is the problem. And Alistair has got to come up clutch. A 1 versus 3. Bomb on his back in 20 seconds as the gap is being closed. Techno from CT. Oh, Alistair, you are playing with fire. These smokes, these plant right in the open of the site. Maiden down to 4. Up and over. Oh, they heard it. Blitz should have them every day of the week, and that's 12. IHC. Inferno, definitely a comfortable domain for them. You can see, like, there is very few kind of wrinkles on this first and second half.
Well, that's crazy, right? It went for an aggressive mid maneuver where Renegades almost got a double kill out the gate with that AWP. A kill and a leg shot through that one bullet. Then, well, reading them like a book. The three-man stack on towards B. Two players quite literally just peeking into the open and getting mowed on down. Like, not even a real opportunity to trade. The second one from Hats was just to throw a nade. Like, you can throw a CT smoke extremely safely. You don't need to throw it in that fashion at all. So, yeah, just giving over kills here. Hemorrhaging Renegades. 5-round lead for IHC now. The guns will come back on out. As is able to purchase on in here with an AK and a bit of util as well. So let's see if the second go at things without the T-side AWP can profit. Run boost across mid. And not going to allow aggression here, but Alistair and Banana, well, he's going to get traded on out by Hats.
Look at that little underhand. It might finish him off. He does get away with it. And tuck and turn tail. In's caught doing the moonwalk at spawn. With his knife out. Knife to a gunfight, all of that. God, it's bleak, isn't it, for the Renegades? At least it's a best of 3. You know, they'll get to defend their honor on a map pick of their choosing. Score the contact, Cabal the trade. Doesn't need any help. Perfect. It's just perfect. IHC, don't take another point of damage. Handle business, and 3 away from putting 1 in the bank.
Yeah, it doesn't look like any sweat on IHC's brow here at all. I know the Renegades clawed back that half to at least give them 7. They're going to take their 3rd time out here to have a discussion. Loss bonus is there. That's not enough to get themselves a buy. So it might just have to be one of these half purchases where they look to try and get one in a pocket strat. Banana. They at least were able to get the exchange right here, but Cabal coming out on top of Hats right there, and then Inge just walking into that one. The wombo combo, like, it worked perfectly. And one of the keys right there is 9 isn't really worried about an AWP in a round like that. The money wasn't there to do so, but they also mollied off towards Boiler. So he knows they haven't scaled up that quickly. So if he wanted to take a risk, which it was a risk to pick down mid, he gets that kind of free fight. So great stuff there for IHC, continuing to throw these rounds on the board. It is going to be some purchases coming on through. Alistair not looking to invest a lot right here, telling that he wants to get out that AWP in the following. There are some Tech 9s, some Deagles, very light util. So when you see only a few pieces of utility bought like this, then it is a bit harder to see that full-on pocket strap, right? You'd want a couple more bits of utility to make that happen, but here it is. Run boost again.
Yeah, not this time. Just shy. Between the crook of the arm. This would be a heist if Renegades could pull something out with the low investment.
If they do a long smoke, right, there's a chance to just scale quickly up short here.
Fast into the flames, Sicko, Hats, everyone connects on those pistols, and now big problems on Little Inferno. They are so susceptible. It's just Sicko. He will finish with the flourish on that AWP. And it's twice. Sicko strikes thrice with these low buys.
Yeah, that was a great round from him. A great round. And they had to push through that utility right there because the first play, I think it was Inz, had already gone through. You have to follow him through. If you don't commit in that fashion, he's going to get isolated and go one down. So Sicko, massive play from him. Being a bit of a sicko in the server right now, up to 15 kills. The only individual really lacking behind for Renegades is Hats, who had a rough start to the game with that TK and pistol, and then it took him a long time to get online. If he can come online now, it's still quite an even game. It was just Score putting lots of damage down range. Look at this creep from 9. Wants to peek in towards second mid. Not going to get anything right now. The timer is up. He steps on out. Alistair will take him down. Now a bit of pep in the step.
Yeah, that's a real nice opener, and that could put the IHC boys into dire straits. They gamble. Oh, actually, I asked the question. I get an immediate answer. You can see 3 of them were heading towards spawn. 1 will be doing the housekeeping. It's Cabal to just keep hold of the site and just be the canary in that coal mine.
Well, this is where the gamble of the previous round comes back into play right here, right? Because they gambled stack B-bomb site previously. Now, Renegades think they're doing it again, and they've actually thrown off this deep utility towards Banana to garner some control.
I actually really liked what he did there as well. Cabal drops the standard incendiary, and then he did the half-wall clear flash. With the smoke down, Renegades are treating it like this could be a 2-3 man stack top Banana. They have no idea who's going to be the brave soldier to get this answer. It's Hats. Now, surely, as silence falls on the site, you can see that Blitz is considering cheating over, considered, past tense, cheating over. And so, poor old Cabal. Oh, maybe my sympathy is misplaced. Inz has nearly gone down as well. That one spray through. Oh no! My God, Cabal, smoker vision. He takes 2, nearly 2.5. Inz is nearly dead as well. You dare get another through the wall.
He can push on
20
this.
seconds, he might. Looking to do as much as he can. He's been a real hero for them to get the competitive 3v3 established. Retake now.
They know Alistair's stuck here. I don't think IHC should go for this round. They know it's a 3-on-3. Actually, the util here, maybe give it a crack. Could get a smoke towards Banana, a flash and go. Techno's just going to pick.
Yeah, and it's Inz. Smoke obscured. Oh, adjusts. Another big contribution from Sicko.
Oh, no!
It's all on Sicko. 3 HP if they can kill him now. Flash, go, time, plenty, and that's an IHC round. Oh, Renegades have dropped the ball again.
You can see there they were all opting to swing off of Sicko's contact, but they knew exactly where Alistair was, right? They knew that Alistair got the kill from first oranges and couldn't leave. He was scoped in on the entire time. So the faith there that the AWP on the other side would punish him when he stepped on out, and he did exactly that. You can see the dominoes just fall on over in that situation, so it was perfectly handled. Oh, dear.
Because you could see Sicko got info, and it was just, I mean, they all wanted to take the contact at the same time. You're right, though, the IHC patience.
What a round from Cabal right there.
Yeah.
In that situation as well, I know that Inz is low, so he's trying to make the most out of his low HP, and you don't want to sit back. We all see what happens when you do exactly that, but that was a chance from Renegades gone. Missing Inz is quickly up.
That wasn't housekeeping from Cabal. That was house sitting. He's treating it like his home on the B site. This time they give full banana control over, and an audacious maneuver out of Alistair. At least that's him posted up, and Blitz is going to walk straight in. It's traded. Alistair does at least keep it level.
Big scalp to take. Right, I know the score has maybe been a little bit quieter here within this second half, but still a big name to take out of the server right now. Nine's AWP still alive and kicking.
Why has Nine got the coolest name in the game?
Good flash. Great flash.
Coach does nothing with it. You're right. It did look very foreboding, but nothing to build upon it instead. Techno.
Now Liaz has noted as well that sound cue of the Flames. They need to find a kill and fast.
Yeah, but it actually works out with their favour, Chad. They got a man advantage, and Techno got nothing on the first jiggle. Hats is staring at walls. Nine's cleared out the boiler problem. Kind of hinging on Hats here. Bombs in tow. Timing everything. Just looked away. In's easy frag for Blitz, and it's over. 15.
Yeah, this one's looking done and dusted right now. Renegades only one round in the second half. Last time round they managed 10. This time round it looks like they're not going to manage anything better than the 8. Can get the buy back in here again. Sure, but just unable to set the pace, set the tone. Second map, you can see top of your screen, picked by Renegades. We'll be going into Dust 2.
Yeah, Renegades mixing it up from their last head-to-head.
Yeah, well, they got 16 forward on Mirage last time, right?
Well, so that's still there. Yeah, we still get to see Mirage if they can pull Dust.
If they can, and then they'd have to do, obviously, much better than that, because maybe you're just joining us. Maybe you don't know what you're here for. This is an elimination game.
Yeah, and I have to remind everyone just a little bit of the facts. You know, I'm casting. My casting partner was one of the first Australians to be coming across the European soil and competing at the major circuit. Australia's been at this for a while. You guys have been hustling, doing your best. Bad time zones, bad ping. It's difficult. We have got our first Mongolian attendees to the major, actually attending the major. Mongolians may have qualified in the past, but unable to attend. IHC writing history here, and also both disconnected regions, and IHC looking so well drilled. The comparison is damning.
Yeah, it is crazy, right, to just see how good that these guys are looking, fundamentally speaking, and they...
Oh, just as we speak, their positivity, it's all good in the Australian hood here. Backs against the wall. One from Cabal. Some initiative taken. Techno can multi-kill. Not today. At least not in round 24. But a 1v3 and score so disconnected from the pack. The bomb plan imminent. 5 seconds away from getting that one down. It's Hats responsible for it.
Already seen Score have a couple of cracks in the clutches. Does he want to give this one a go? Now, look, they do just need one more round. And the percentages would mean just take a little bit of a safe scenario right here, and that's what we're going to see coming on through. Might want to look for an exit or two, right? We had that same conversation with Jane before when we were doing the Outsiders game, because could start to punish Renegades here, and actually being highlighted is an AWP top mid. Now, 9 should have enough to buy one in the next round with the loss bonus coming on through. That Score holding onto this could be worth its weight in gold. Bomb now. Not too far from going on off, and yeah, he is looking for damage. He has a HE, so if they try and save in pit here, could drop that nade to scon a couple of heads. They've actually had it over towards Library. Diaz ready and waiting, and well, that's where he plays on the CT side, so no dramas for him. Pops the head, Score goes on down, gets absolutely nothing done with that one. And on the A stream right now, if you guys want to check out that action, twitch.tv/PGL. You can search it on YouTube. You can watch it in 4K. You can rewind and go back and forth. Or I know that they have a little command center set up on Twitch as well that you can have. You can have all the different POVs. You can pick how you want to watch the major.
Love that.
Yeah. Lots of different ways available here at the PGL Antwerp Major for 2022. But that's a winner's game. The winner of that one over there, Vitality, I think, are taking on 4s. And then later will be G2 versus ENCE. The winner of those 2 matches will be the first 2 teams confirmed for the Legend stage, joining the Navis, the Phases, the big dogs of the world.
Oh, nice find. Alistair, first bullets out of his AK. And he strikes into Cabal's walk down banana. Now this app setup's about to be tested too, walking into their 3-man domain. A miss from 9. Liaz happy to punish the isolated, but at least 1 down, and they know another's unaccounted for. Liaz spotted in Ab's last, and he is starting to recede back to reset with the squad, regroup, retool, and redefine. They need 6 in a row. Score. Off angle. Tuck. Flash. Still goes down. Does inflict a little bit of damage. But that should be the round. Just looking to maintain what they can. It's going to be Blitz and 9. holding on to that AWP and M4 respectively. So Renegades, I mean, we said 6 in a row. Call it 5. Still a very tall order.
They did have a crazy comeback against Tyloo, right? That Tyloo game over there was the map to actually get them through. It was like Dan King going toe-to-toe against some of the Renegades boys and massive clutches, massive rounds. It was a huge game. Maybe even one of the better games of all of the RMRs, which is crazy to say coming from this region, but it was highly entertaining. It was action-packed, and it was, yeah, down to the absolute wire here. So Renegades aren't a stranger to coming back in close moments. They are now going to hit the level they did last time, so 10 rounds accrued again against IHC on Inferno.
Yeah, the scary part is it's T-side Inferno. I mean, you know how many different avenues there are into losing an early player. You know, how many times are you going to concede an opening kill in these next 6 or 5 rounds?
And it's just going to take, one of these situations where they have a silly multi-kill at that round where Inns died and then Hat's picked out with an 8 in his hand top banana, for example, right? All it's going to take is one of those. But as they do post round after round, it is going to force a second time out of IHC right now. So just putting them under a little bit of threat, a little bit of stress. As you can see the finances brought up here. So not enough for the likes of Score, Cabal, or Techno. Amara now the coach chipping on in, just helping them close down the tail end of this map. Now, it should be very unlikely to see them go for an investment behind this. If they just take the save right now, they try and get the most out of the AWP and the M4, maybe even try and save an extra gun into the next. It can still be quite a competitive round. We've seen 9 get sent across mid several times with a run boost. Maybe that's a trick they want to try again, see if they can find that gap, see if they can find that early fight. The AWPing is chopped and changed for Renegades, right? It's been in Alice's hands and then Sicko's hands, so maybe it's a spawn-based situation as well to try and take this mid-fight. Coming out the gates quite quickly, it looks like Sicko should have that spawn to take the top mid-fight here, and he will. So yeah, they are doing it spawn-based. Sicko used to be the primary AWPer for this team. Oh, this is a fake push. Leas might not be ready. I think he heard the steps. He's talking a lot.
Scope in apps. They decree. There's only 2 weapons saved, so surely Renegades will get a little bit more of a wiggle on. Oh, what a catch! What a frag! Blitz gets all 3 of them! Completely pantses the Renegades. It's up to Leas and Sicko for survival map 1. Score trying to hoover up a weapon. Could cost him his life. Greed. One of the deadly sins, but not for Score. Not today. Not today.
Needs to get this bomb back right here. They can't really go anywhere until they pick it on up, so maybe going to have to use some of his utility right now just to try and get the bomb here. I don't think IHC knows that they had this. And right now, the B bomb site is being left quite susceptible. A 2-on-4 to keep themselves alive here on Inferno for the Renegades.
I mean, you had 1 rifle, and it gets 3 Blitz. All eyes on him for that. And that smoke, look at that.
Look how worried they are.
It could be 3 people around this corner. He drops his only smoke. There is another, excuse me, on Sicko. Found that from the corpse of the very quick 3.
They might just have to walk on in here, right? What are you meant to do? How are you meant to get yourself into this round? And this aggressive push right now is confirming it won't be A. They know it's going to be the B bomb site.
Blitz as well. The dude that was on Banana has gone round the world with the M4. Now the smoke arrives perfectly timed to enable and facilitate Score to get back over to the safe side. It's a lovely position to adopt, safe from the flashes, and usually backs are turned. He's a bit messy. They have to recover. 10 seconds.
Really fast on this.
Blitz is very quick. He should be able to deny just as the smoke clears. Goes for the bomb plant. Can't get it.
Oh,
does finish it. Blitz will ace and finish. IHC take map 1.
Okay, well, just as we started to build back into it, that's the type of round that they lose. And we said it was going to be more than likely they'd end up dropping 1, but I didn't think it was going to happen in that fashion. And you should be happy with that one. You see the smiles on their faces. They pick up Inferno again, and now they just have to get it done on Dust 2 to keep themselves alive. They'll be getting their first win, right? That's their first map win. They can pick up their first series win. Rough one here for the Renegades to swallow right now, as that's another loss for them. So 3 consecutive map losses they'll need to